Hello, it's Professor Lieu. This is a surprise stream today so that I can announce the December Art Dare. For those of you who don't know, the Art Dares are a monthly art challenge that we give to our audience, and it's a great way to try something different, step outside of your comfort zone, and maybe win a crazy amount of art supplies. Our Art Dare for December is animal gesture drawings. And if you guys go into the chat box, you will see that I have posted the link to the December Art Dare page on our main site where you can find all the information, the photos of the art supplies, everything, guidelines, stuff like that. And you can see that you can choose one of two things to create these gesture drawings. You can either draw an animal from life. Those of you guys who have pets, fish, anything you guys want to draw. It's such great practice and I think super fun because people have such close relationships with their pets, and I definitely think that that shows through in the drawing. You can also draw from an animal video. If you don't have a pet, look up some animal on YouTube and observe its movements. You can see that we are basically asking you guys to draw an animal that is not perfectly still in a photograph. So whether you choose to draw from a video of an animal or to draw your pet or your friend's pet from life, you have to figure out a way to make that work. I think it's really fun. It's a great challenge. And remember, these gesture drawings that you guys are doing for the December Art Dare, they don't have to be fancy. They can be really simple and really straightforward. Like this is a page of marker drawings that Lauren Welch did for our cat drawing tutorial. And I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a teaser. I will get more into this later. But we do have a nice big prize, which is a gigantic stack of art supplies. And we have art supplies this Art Dare that we have never had before. For example, we have products from General's Pencil. We have Caran d'Ache crayons. We have a set of markers from Marker Universe. This is a pretty sweet prize, guys, okay? We also have a prize for our honorable mention, and they're going to get a set of Faber-Castell Pitt pens, a water brush, and this really cute water container, which basically like collapses into something that's extremely portable. I used one throughout all of August when I was traveling in Utah drawing on site. So if you guys want to look more specifically about what these supplies are, just go to the Art Dare page and we have links to all the items. That way you can see exactly what the prizes are going to be. We also are helping you guys out a little bit because we actually have 3 tutorials on our site that deal with drawing animals from real life. So the first one we have is this creature design tutorial. And yes, there is a really cool creature that Julie Benbassett, who leads this tutorial, shows. And you can see that in the thumbnail. But actually, what a lot of people don't know if they haven't watched the tutorial before is that she actually draws my guinea pigs as a reference. We had so much fun with this tutorial because I have 3 guinea pigs. This is Wheat, as you guys are seeing. Although it's so funny to see a photo of him here because he is not that small anymore. He's really big. In fact, we've been calling him Fatso, which probably is not very, I don't know, nice, but he's so big and plump now. It's just really hysterical. And so it's a really fun tutorial because you get to see all my guinea pigs. This is Fluffy. Fluffy's always been a little guinea pig. The other 2 guinea pigs, Jub Jub and Wheat, they were like half Fluffy's size when we got him, and now Fluffy is so small compared to them, so he's always been on the small side. But it's really fun to see Julie do these really quick sketches of guinea pigs, and then if you want to stick around for the rest of her tutorial, you get to see how she takes those quick sketches of the guinea pigs and transforms them into this really cool character design. She demonstrates a technique where she draws with colored pencil, she adds watercolor and also ballpoint pen. This is Jub Jub. Jub Jub is the crazy one. He's very athletic. We have noticed that Jub Jub's legs are very lean and strong. Like, he's really able to climb up on a lot of things. He's very funny. So you'll get to see my guinea pigs in action. And for those of you guys who have been looking at our YouTube channel lately, you'll know that we also recently released this cat drawing tutorial. And this is probably the one that is going to give you the most help in terms of this art dare, because we talk about what a gesture drawing is, we give tips for how to do it, and the main thing that we really try to push in this tutorial is that, number one, gesture drawings are not glamorous, they're not supposed to look amazing, they're not supposed to be detailed, but they're a really important part of your drawing process. And so the expectation is not that you guys come out with this like amazing, detailed, totally polished drawing, but actually you'll see that a lot of the sketches that Lauren and I do in this tutorial are really not polished at all. In fact, some of them just look like scribbles. So I think if we're doing that, it's cool for you guys to do that too. And I had so much fun because I went up to where Lauren lives and she's got 2 cats. You can see Tor is the reddish cat who's sitting to my left. And then you can see Spicy was really cooperating the second day that we shot, because Spicy just sat there and slept. Like, they just took a nap the whole time. It was fabulous. I got all these really cool drawings of Spicy. And one of the things that I really like about looking at other people's pets, or my own pets for that matter. By the way, we have an axolotl. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but an axolotl is sort of like a underwater salamander. So I'll just say Prof. Lieu's axolotl. So if you guys want to look that up, you can see what an axolotl looks like. I should do a tutorial on how to draw our axolotl. His name is Gmo, by the way. But anyway, what was really fun about this drawing pets from life is that you really get to know the animals. You get to figure out what their personalities are. Because I figured out pretty early on that Tor, Lauren's cat, who you see here in this photo with her, Tor is a diva. Oh my gosh. Tor was like showing off and really wanted us to pay attention to him. Whereas Spicy was a little bit colder to me, took a little while to warm up. But that's one of the reasons why for this art dare, we want you guys to be drawing from life or drawing from a video. Now, the reason we want you guys to draw from a video is that, number one, not everybody has access to an animal. Obviously, sometimes that's a little bit hard to do. But I think a video is the next best thing, because in a video, you get to watch the movements of that animal. And I think that is a huge part of capturing the character of the animal. If you guys end up watching my cat drawing tutorial with Lauren, there is a section where we talk about how you can do a super photorealistic drawing of a pet, and it will be very accurate. It will be a very good physical description of that animal, but it doesn't feel like the animal. It doesn't capture the personality. And that's what I think you can do with a gesture drawing. That's so much fun. And honestly, all the gesture drawings that I did in this tutorial, none of them are accurate at all. They're all over the place. But I feel like by interacting with Tor and Spicy, I could really understand who they were. So my gesture drawings are not accurate or precise in the way that a photorealistic drawing would be. But in my opinion, they have more personality. And I think that matters more. I think a physical description only gets you so far. You have to really tackle that energy. And actually, this figure drawing, gesture drawing that you guys are looking at right now, this was so funny because I was there when Tor and Spicy were having their lunch. And so the 2 drawings at the bottom are Tor just like stuffing his face into this bowl of food. It just was the funniest thing. It also gave me an excuse to put in this like super bright orange area with the colored pencil. So I had a lot of fun with that. Those of you guys who are watching, jump into the chat box. Tell me what you think about this month's art dare. Tell me if you have ideas, whose pet you could draw, if there's a particular animal you want to look up on YouTube, maybe you want to do a drawing from that video. I can tell you guys, if I was drawing from a video, I would totally do a jellyfish because a jellyfish, not exactly something that a lot of people keep as pets. And I am fascinated by the way jellyfish move. I think they're beautiful, elegant creatures. And so a big part of this is not just the drawing part, but it's actually the act of really observing your subject and saying, all right, well, what does that jellyfish do? How does it behave? What are the movements like? So the interaction with the animal, the pet, or whatever it is you're drawing is really important. We also have this pen and ink drawing tutorial with Alex Rowe. And this is a super fun tutorial because Alex actually ends up wanting to illustrate this story from colonial America about how they had this like sheep problem at one point. I don't remember why, but Alex talks in the tutorial, he describes how he just envisioned like this giant pile of sheep and popping up like popcorn. And I just love that image. So you can see him do that illustration. Oh, LaCie Andy is saying, I love drawing chinchillas. Oh, that would be so cute. I would love to do that. I've never done that before. And actually, when I was in Guangzhou, China, traveling with some of the staff artists at Art Prof, there was one store that was only chinchillas. And I'd never seen that before. They were so cute. Oh my goodness. I guess they're sort of similar to guinea pigs in a way, so I'm a little bit biased. But anyway, the cool thing about Alex's illustration is that we actually went to Drumlin Farm and we just sketched sheep for an afternoon. And that was super fun because Alex got to interact with them. He got to look at all the different types of sheep. There were like baby sheep and like big sheep. And we just had such a blast at the farm doing that. Now, of course, you can't always do that. Not everybody has time or access to go to a farm. And that's why we're encouraging you guys, if you can't find an animal or pet to draw from real life, to draw from a video that you can find online. And you can see these are some of the very quick pencil gesture drawings that Alex did of the sheep. And I just love these drawings. Like, I think they're so fuzzy. And one of the things that Alex says in the tutorial that I just love is he talked about how their butts just like shake up and down when they run. And I was thinking to myself, if we had just looked up photos of sheep, we would never have captured that part of their personality. And so there's so much to absorb when you get to draw animals from real life. I mean, you really can't replace it. And so take a look at this tutorial. We had so much fun filming this. And the thing is, we didn't even plan it. I just, spur of the moment, was like, oh my God, we have to go to a farm and draw sheep. This is perfect. So we had a blast shooting this tutorial. LaCie Annie saying, I don't have any pets and the squirrels outside just run away. I'll just go to the nearest Petco. Yeah, you can do that. You can also, like I said, look at a video online on YouTube, find an animal that has some degree of movement. I mean, I think what would be really fun is to do an animal that you would probably never have any access to. Like, I think it'd be really fun to do like a herd of bison or something like that. So I would just say, if you guys decide to draw from a video for this art dare, get creative if you want to do that. I think it's really fun though if you can find a friend that has a pet, if you have a pet. For example, I was in Salt Lake City, I think it was a year ago for the holidays, and my husband's friend has this wonderful bulldog. His name is Sherman. And this bulldog, first of all, he's huge. I mean, he's like a mythological beast. And he was like heavier than my kids combined. Like, I could not believe how gigantic he was. And he was so hard to draw because would not sit still. Because the thing about Lauren's cats is that sometimes they take a nap or they just like hang out for a little bit. I mean, they get up and move around and stuff like that. But this bulldog did not stay still. Like, he was either like chewing a tennis ball or like running around. I mean, I really felt like 90% of the drawings that I did when I was drawing him, I was just making stuff up along the way. But oh my gosh, he was like seriously one of my favorite things that I've ever drawn. And I know that the sketches that I did, they look really sloppy and really dilapidated, but I don't care. Like, the point of a gesture drawing is not to make a drawing that looks amazing. It's really about the process and about training yourself how to observe. Because I was actually saying to some of my students last week that one of the reasons I really love to draw from life is that it gives me a reason to stop and really look at something. Because I think nowadays people are so distracted. We have a million things to do. People are so busy. When would you have the time to sit down and really stare at something for a good hour, 2 or 3 hours that didn't involve drawing. And so I feel very lucky that I have this like built into my system. And I had so much fun because eventually I felt like I really got to know this bulldog's personality, and I really started to understand his skeletal structure. I totally want to go back and draw him again. That was just, biggest blast. So difficult, but I think in some ways what I sort of like about drawing a moving animal is that you pretty much give up on trying to do an amazing drawing. And I think that's very liberating, because I think sometimes a lot of us put a lot of pressure on ourselves to perform and do a good drawing and do great. And a lot of the times that really almost paralyzes us. It keeps us from really loosening up all the way. And that's why I like drawing moving subjects, because I don't even try. I just give up. I'm like, you know what? It's just about the process. Let's just have fun. That's all we really want to see. So you guys can go back and you can check out the links. We have the videos embedded on the December Art Dare page. You can find that link. It's in the video description below. We also have links to all the prizes. We have information, but go to the main site, because on that main site we have pictures of the prizes. We have way more information than what you're going to find in the video description below. So once again, this is the Honorable Mention Prize, which is pretty sweet. I am loving those Faber-Castell Pitt pens. Actually, my kids sort of stole them all, so I only have like 2 on my desk because they've been drawing them quite a bit. So this is really fun. And then whoever wins the prize, guys, this is awesome. This is so many art supplies. There's like 4 canvas boards, and they're really good quality. They're from Frederick's. They're from their Pro series. There's a jelly plate. There's a Yupo paper from Legion Paper. We have a pencil case from Koh-i-Noor. There's also all kinds of pencils and erasers from General Pencil. And oh my gosh, this is awesome. The Caran d'Ache group of supplies of these pastels. Awesome. In fact, I have some of them here. I can show you guys. Actually, I think they're actually on my desk. Okay, so here we go. These are the Caran d'Ache wax pastels, and these are like my favorite crayons. These are like so amazing. These are like luxury crayons. Like if there was a 5-star hotel version of crayons, this is totally it. And then I can show you guys, this is a really cool marker set. Like if you check this out, I really like having these markers where it's like so many different shades of the same type of color. I think that's really fun to do. And then we have so many things from Generals. I'm so excited about this because, you know something? You guys need good pencils. Like, they have all these cool erasers. Like, I've never actually used this eraser before. This is like a soft oval eraser. I mean, I'm a big art supply dork, and so I really like trying all these new supplies. This is like a charcoal kit from General Pencil. This is a charcoal kit with Willow. This is a graphite art pencil kit. And this is really cool. If you guys have not used Yupo paper before, get some. This is so awesome because it's sort of like acetate, but you can paint on it with like watercolor and ink, and it totally adheres to the surface. It's like super fun. Let's see. This is a really nice pencil case. This is from Speedball. I mean, who doesn't need a pencil case? I feel like I'm always buying pencil cases like every single month because I'm always like running out or losing them. Jelly plate, super fun. We also have a tutorial on how to use a jelly plate. You guys can check that out in our tutorial section. Oh, hello, Robert Diaz. Thanks for dropping in. I really hope you guys enter the Art Dare because you know what? These prizes are so sweet and you get them for free. Like, look at this, guys. These are canvas panels, and these are from Frederick's Canvas, and these are like really nice, good quality canvas boards. Like some canvas boards, I'll be honest, are not great. Like a lot of them are super flimsy or they warp or whatever, but these Frederick's canvas panels that I'm showing you guys right here, these are really good quality. Like these are totally pieces that I would use for sure. Robert is saying, today was the first day I learned about this, but I will definitely be joining the next one. Well, you know what? The next one starts today because what we do, you have the whole month of December to do this Art Dare, and then we select prizes after the last day of the month. So basically, you guys have until December 31st to work on this art dare. And all you need to do that, to submit, is you just have to tag us on Instagram. So just use hashtag ArtProfDare. So I'm going to just put that in here. So tag us on Instagram at art.prof. Let's see. And use hashtag ArtProfDare. Okay? And that's how you submit. If you are not on Instagram, we also accept submissions on our Facebook page. So if you guys want to look us up there, we're pretty easy to find. I mean, I just love seeing how all different types of people react to the same prompt. Like, honestly, that's one of my favorite parts about being a teacher, is that I'll give an assignment and my students will come back the next week with 20 different versions of that assignment. And it's very motivating. Like, it's really cool to see how other people tackle the same thing. And so that's another fun thing, is we also post the submissions throughout the month on our Instagram stories. And so you can stay up to date. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll get to see all the other entries that people are doing. And we do post them in our highlights. So that way they don't disappear after 24 hours. You can still check that out. So we're super excited about this. And I really hope you guys enter, because this is a really fun part of Art Prof that I'm hoping we can get more people to participate in, because it's super fun. And by the way, speaking of tons of art supplies, okay, if you guys support us on Patreon, number one, you get lots of rewards, okay? You can get membership in our Facebook critique group. You can get exclusive content from an email newsletter from some of our staff. I actually give out snail mail. Like, I was actually today, like, printing out all these labels, and I was like, geez, I need more stamps and stuff. And that's for a $5 monthly donation. We've got that. But the cooler thing about, well, not the cooler thing, but another cool thing about Patreon is, in addition to the rewards that you can select when you donate, we also have a monthly Patreon giveaway. This is automatic. So if you contribute to our Patreon, you can contribute $1 a month, okay? You will be automatically entered into this Patreon monthly giveaway, and we're probably going to announce that later this week, whoever the giveaway winner is, for December. And we have a page that has all tons of cool prizes. So if you win the giveaway, you get to go to the page and you get to pick whatever prize you want from that page. And there are a lot of cool things, like you can pick a portfolio critique. Normally, I charge $200 for these critiques, but you could win it for as little as $1 if you're in this giveaway. I also give away Instagram critiques, website critiques. You can sign up to get mystery artwork from me. The only thing you know is that it's original artwork. It's going to show up on your doorstep. You don't know which piece. You just know you're going to get something from me. There's also, Deepti has some stuff too. She's got like these really cool temporary tattoos. And I think Lauren has a couple pieces on there. Actually, Casey's got some comics and zines. And those are like printed on a risograph machine. Don't ask me to describe what a risograph machine is, because I can't. Casey's the only person that can do that here on our staff. But that's super cool. And again, more art supplies. You can get mystery art supplies. And that is for $1. And what's so cool about our Patreon right now is that we don't have so many users that it's unlikely you're ever going to win. Like, we don't have that many people pledging. And so that means that if you guys pledge, you get in on that giveaway. The likeliness that you're going to win some of those things is actually pretty high right now. I mean, maybe someday we'll have like 10,000 people donating, and then you probably won't have much of a shot of actually getting that. But take a look at the monthly giveaway, because it's a super cool thing. You can get a lot of really awesome stuff for very, very little. So again, remember, enter the December Art Prof Dare. Animal gesture drawings is what we're talking about. And you have two choices. You can either draw an animal from life, if you have a pet, if your friends have a pet, or if you don't have access to an animal, you can draw from an animal video on YouTube. Or if you have a local aquarium or even a pet store, you could just do some quick little sketches of fish. I mean, that would honestly take just like a few minutes. Or I know sometimes people go to like a natural history museum, or, oh, actually they're all dead there. Okay, I take that back. Don't go to a natural history museum. You actually want to go where the animals are alive and have a lot of fun doing gesture drawings. And again, we have tons of tutorials. We have the creature design tutorial. you have the cat drawing tutorial, and we also have the pen and ink illustration tutorial to help you guys out. Let's see, Robert is saying, time to make my cat my model. Oh, that's going to be so cool. Oh, I can't wait to see that. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to see what you guys make. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.